Welcome to More Patients, More Impact, More Income, the podcast for real holistic medical practitioners who want to grow their high-impact, high-income practice without selling out. And now, here's your host, Chris Axelrad.
So let me talk a little bit about this thing that I see all the time with people in this industry. Really, it's in all industries, so I don't want to make it sound like, holistic practitioners and we're the only ones that have this problem. It's pervasive. It's a human thing. But, it's funny because I see this a lot in our profession, and our job is to be the ones that bring the light. Our job is to be the ones that lead and that show people the way back to being themselves, being the full embodiment of that healing power that they are. And that's what helps them overcome their health issues. Yes, we give them things. We give them, supplements, herbs, nutrition, acupuncture, adjustments, body work, whatever it is that we do, right? We give them that, but they are the ones that must transform that and take that in and make it into something for themselves. Now, expecting to be able to do that for others when you are sleepwalking through life and you're not paying attention and you're not being resourceful and you're not awake is completely, it's ridiculous. You cannot expect to have a successful practice if you are just going through the motions and you're not paying attention to the details on things. Simple things like when to show up for things or how to access resources that you need. I see this all the time where people really can't figure out how to do something and they want to ask other people, but the resources to find out exactly how to do what they need to do, literally step by step, 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, is a Google search away on the device that's right in their pocket or on the computer that's on their desk. Now, I'm not saying that you can build an entire practice just by reading things on Google and watching videos on YouTube. I mean, this is, obviously the process of building a successful business is a very organic process. It's a very personal process. You have to tap into your intuition. You have to tap into the internal source wisdom that you already have, something I call seed intelligence, that already knows how to see the way forward for you, that already sees and is able to tap into that intuitive wisdom that's going to lead you forward. You have to be able to do that. Okay, but the ingredients of the recipe, if you will, the individual ingredients are all out there for you. And so I see this even with clients in my program. We will hand them all of the things that they need. We will tell them where those things are. We will set up their calls to talk with myself or one of the coaches in the program to really clarify for them the exact action steps, because really the coaching, the mentorship, all of that, it's just an accelerator. We're not telling you anything that you can't find for free. Anything you want is out there for free. And actually, that's the same thing that happens in the wellness industry with our patients. They can get all the information they want for free. It's all out there. And you're not going to tell them anything that they're not able to access instantaneously. The issue is they aren't sure how to apply it, right? In this case, it's like we give people, and this happens in the coaching program, and the reason I'm saying this is because we have to wake up. If we want to be able to help other people, we have to be awake, paying attention and know what to do and listening so that we can show up and we are the leader, because the patient is lost. And if we're asleep, then we're just the blind leading the blind. We're the sleepwalking leading the sleepwalking. So I see this where people come in the program, we give them all the tools, we give them exactly, it's like, go to this part of the training, do this, then go to this part of the training, do that. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And the first question they have like 3 days later is, how do I get to this thing? And it's like, well, we just had a session and I gave you the link. So right there, that tells you this person is not paying attention. This person is sleepwalking. They're not giving the focus that is required to be that light to others. And focus is important. What is the concept of focus? Focus is the opposite of being scattered. It's the absence of diffusion, okay? When you're diffuse, you're going in 10 different directions at once. And guess what? You're not going anywhere. When you're focused, your resources and everything is collected around you, and it's like, I always talk about this, but it's like the sun. The sun is a focused ball of light and energy. And that focus is so intense that it draws all these resources into its orbit. And these resources are literally, some of them billions of miles away. That's how powerful focus is when you have focus. And if you can't stay focused and you keep falling asleep, and I'm not talking about like literal sleep, I'm talking about falling asleep, like just losing track and not paying attention to where you are and what's out there and how to, follow a very simple sequence of things, then you can't expect to ever be able to do that for someone else. And that is exactly what our patients need. They need us to lead them forward, to give them action steps. This is not about just showing up and poof, waving your magic wand and everything's okay. That's the way medicine is marketed to the public, especially from the pharmaceutical industry and other industries that want you to believe that there's a magic pill. There is no magic pill.
If you're ready to fill your practice and keep it full without the stress and overwhelm, then get instant access to your free autopilot patient attraction playbook now at www.highimpactpracticesystems.com/autopilot.
The magic pill actually is your own awareness, your own consciousness, your own desire, your own focus, and your own commitment. That is the magic pill that is going to take your practice from where it is today to where you want it to be. That is the first ingredient. That is the base of the formula. Your own focus, your own commitment, your own desire, your own presence, being present, paying attention, and showing up. Don't fall asleep. And there are people like me, there's a lot of people out here like me who are trying to help you, really, really trying to help you, providing resources, giving action steps. There's so much stuff that I give away for free. It's ridiculous. Again, that's because I know that most people, I would say 85 to 90% of people will never invest in themselves. They will never truly invest in themselves. They will always feel scared. They will always let their scarcity mindset and their fear block them from opening up those floodgates of investment, which, by the way, again, I've talked about this before, but so many people in the holistic medical field give all this lip service to the flow of energy and all this kind of stuff, and they have no flow in their life at all. They talk a big game, but then when it comes to flow in the currency, so here's the thing, people want inflow. They want inflow. Everybody's like, oh, I want more money. I want inflow. But no, I can't really let go of what I have. And it's the same thing with success in terms of just, the principles of the things that you need to be doing to get where you want to go. I want to learn all this stuff, the how to, but I don't want to give my attention and I don't want to give my energy to it. I just want to be spoon-fed. And then I'm just going to sort of coast. I'm not going to really give anything back. And you know what? When that's the attitude, that's what we call self-centeredness. That's what we call ego. Because what I always talk about is you need to focus on what you're generating, not on what you're receiving. Focus on what you are generating. When you are generating light without any desire for anything in return, without any attachment to the outcome, and you're just putting it out there, that is when things start to happen. But when you're constantly focused on what's wrong with me? Why don't I ever get the good stuff? Why is it that I, then you wonder why nothing's happening. And it's because you're not generating anything. You're not creating value for anyone. You're so focused on what your problems are and so self-absorbed that you can't let go and just start to give. So wake up, open your eyes, look around. You are drowning. You are literally drowning in the resources that you need to succeed. You have a library of precious information in your pocket that kings would have gone to war to obtain centuries ago. Now we have all that right in our pocket. You have people such as myself who are here, who are willing to help you put it all together. And if you show up with focus, if you show up and pay attention, take it seriously, and ask for help. Because like I said, we do coaching calls with our clients, and in between the coaching calls, I tell every single one of my clients, message me if you need anything. If you have a question, if there's anything you want feedback on, don't wait until the next call. And it's interesting. It's this 80-20 rule. That 80-20 rule always applies. 20% of them will actually message me and ask questions and engage and utilize the time with me to get the most out of it so that I can help share whatever wisdom I have to help them accelerate their path to success. The other 80%, I never hear from them. I know they still make some progress because they're in the Facebook group that we have, and I see what they post, and I see the questions they're asking in the group, which is great because they are seeking help. But things move a lot slower for them because why? Because they're not paying attention. They're not showing up. They're going and they're hiding, and they don't want to come to me and ask me questions for whatever reason. Maybe it's because they feel like that's going to reflect poorly on them. When it's like, that's just them thinking about themselves and being like, well, I guess, I better not ask because it's going to make me look dumb, or maybe I'm going to bother him or whatever. Even though I told them, hey, message me anytime, it never bothers me. So wake up, open your eyes. The magic pill is your own awareness, your own focus, your own commitment, and your own ability to use the resources that are just like the diamonds that are literally at your feet right now that you can just reach down and pick up. They're everywhere. That's all I got for today.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.